Welcome back to another video. This will be actually a short video. I'm hoping it is, but for those who haven't gotten any updates, the JunkCoin project has a dual miner script that is out now for your ESP32 device. So what I did is I have pulled my ESP32. One thing that I did learn is that all these look the same, and when you have 5 or 6 different projects going, you need to write the name of them. As you can see, I have mine with junk written on it, and I also have some with some black cases that one of my followers also made for me, and I keep that on it. So I unplugged this. I am going to plug this into my computer and put this new script on it. But real quick, I just want to go over the script with you. So again, with junk, and I'm basically talking for the people who are already in this project. I have a lot of people asking me about, should I buy an NFT to get into this project? What are you making? Stuff like that. I'm not going to discuss that in this video. I'm basically talking about the people who are mining already, who already have a cred that is a binary that you can use on this. And basically you're adding almost like a call it double binary. So this was the announcement they put out last month for it. JunkCoin leveled up. They're officially launching dual mining firmware. You can mine junk and Bitcoin at the same time. Anybody can upgrade to the new firmware. More miners that switch, stronger the JunkCoin pool. Stronger the pool, the better shot at cracking a Bitcoin block. Make sure people understand this. You're not dual mining because you're not going to get any Bitcoin out of this. Again, you have to be okay with that. I'm okay with that. You're starting to see a lot more of these solo miners with ESP32s, and what company it's with, they're all just ESP32 devices basically, and you're basically doing the same thing. But with the JunkCoin pool, if that pool hits a Bitcoin block, whatever that block is worth at the time, 100 something thousand, whatever it is, technically, what they're going to do is they're going to use that Bitcoin to buy junk, to add liquidity to it, and then burn that junk. So they're going to add hundreds of $1,000s of money to that pool that should increase this junk price. So again, if they hit a Bitcoin block, they're going to buy back mode, sending junk straight to the moon. I have been kind of absent from junk for a while. For those who follow my channel or follow my live, I really discuss this more in the live. I didn't make a video about any of this, because this was my fault. But I thought this was similar to another project. So when NFTs went on sale, I purchased NFTs with my own junk, and I got screwed. I don't really care for the way they have the fact that you have to burn 4-to-1 junk of what you sold. So you have to eventually buy back whatever. If you sell any tokens at all, you then cannot claim anymore, period. So I was stuck not claiming for like a month, if not longer than that. So I kind of didn't pay attention too much to this going on. I knew that they were doing this dual mining type of thing. And when I came tonight to check on it is when I saw it. So because of that, for those people who missed it, I'm sorry, but 15% NFT, we missed out on that. Unless maybe they extended. I don't know. But it's neither here or there. We were going to do it anyway, no matter if we got the 15% temp booster or not. So how do you get it? You're going to go to the GitHub. And when you go to that GitHub, and in my case, even though I have Black Sharpie on it, it appears that Black Sharpie right on top of the ESP32. So dim in here because of me broadcasting. So mine says I have an ESP32-S3 W room 1. So I'm going to try the ESP32 W room. So when I click on that, it says it added dual mining, and I'm going to get the code. I clicked over here for download new file, clicked it, and then I had a file download. All right, so now that we have that plugged in, I'm sorry, downloaded, we're now going to plug in our ESP32 device into our computer, and have to use something like ESP tool to be able to click on that. And this is ESP tool. So let's go ahead and get our device plugged into the computer and go from there. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to baud rate. We're going to change this to 115/200 and hit connect. This should match. I'm going to make my screen a little bit smaller. Let's try this again. So here, this should match your device COM port. You can go into your control panel using Windows or whatever like that to figure out what the COM is, and press connect, and now you have it here. So my next step is I'm going to erase flash. It's going to say erase flash. This may take a little bit. Chip was erased successfully, 4.62. Then I need to go and select my VIN. So I'm going to hit my VIN, whatever it is. So I'm going to click ESP32, which I downloaded earlier, and I'm going to load it in here. Now, one mistake that I attempted in the video, of course, I deleted it now so y'all can't see it, but I did not change because the instructions didn't say to. But I did not change this flash address. So you have to change this flash address to 0x000. Choose file. You're going to choose your ESP32W room or whatever version you're using so that it shows up right here. And then you're going to press program. As you can see, it is programming. And we'll see what happens. All right, so it says it wrote at 0x0, 2 seconds, hash of data verified, hard resetting RTS pin. So now that this is done, we're going to unplug it from our computer, and we're going to plug this into normal power like we would normally have it so we can program the Wi-Fi onto it. All right, so this is the great part about making a video. I still cannot get Wi-Fi to pop up. Looking in their trusty Discord, I see somebody said they had the same issue with a ESP32 WRORM like I do. So he used the ESP32 S3 universal bin and it all worked. So let's go backwards. So we're going to start over again. This is the fun of these type of things. We have our ESP32 done. We need to go select our bin file. So here's S3 universal. We're going to click on that and we're going to click download. Now we have that downloaded. We'll go back to our ESP32 program. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to press, I got the 115/200. I'm going to press connect, paired, connect. And I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in and see if I get it to work. All right, so I unplugged it, plugged it back in. It was like connecting and disconnecting and stuff like that. So I had to kind of time it when it was connected. That makes sense. So now I'm erasing it again. This might take a little bit. I'm done. So now I'm going to choose the file and I'm doing the universal bin. I'll make sure I change this to 0. So now we got a 0x000. We're going to cross our fingers, see what happens. And as you can see, it doesn't take long at all. Hey, if we did it right the first time, we'll be back mining our junk and possibly Bitcoin already. So it's done writing 100%. It wrote whatever. It says hash of data verified, hard reset via RTS pin. Let's unplug it, plug it back in, see what happens. All right, so I think we got it now. Now when we click Wi-Fi and open it, you're going to see Junk Miner. I don't go up too much. Junk Miner. So when I try to click on it, hit connect. What's my password? My password that's in the instructions is mine capital M-I-N-E, your with a capital Y, and junk with a capital J. And I'm going to hit enter, and it should connect. When that connects, I'm going to do 192.168.4.1. Again, we're getting all this from the instructions, and this instructions looks a little bit different. I'm going to show y'all where I got this from. Well, I'm going to try to edit it in the beginning. But anyway, so I'm putting that address 192.168.4.1 in there. I'm hitting configure Wi-Fi, and then I'm going to put my Wi-Fi in there. It can see the Wi-Fi I want to use, and I'm going to put my password in. I can type it right. And then I need my JunkCoin API key. Okay, so one thing I will tell you is if you don't do this kind of fast, you will lose that Wi-Fi connection. I had to redo it. I also have my face right here over because my API key is clearly seen. I know I can't share it, so I don't want anybody to see any kind of letters. Also, I set my time to -5, which is -5 hours from UTC here, Central Standard Time. So one thing, like I told you earlier, you have to know your API key because it asks for it again. I have mine saved on Discord. That's where I got mine from. So I'm going to press save. Okay, so mine didn't connect, so I'm starting all over again. I rebooted the device, connected Wi-Fi, and if you go right here to info, it'll tell you that it's not connected to anything. So I'm going back up. All right, so I'm going to try it again. Going up to configure Wi-Fi. So it's telling me saving credentials, trying to connect to the ESP32 network. If it fails, reconnect to the access point again. And at some point, if this is working correctly, this is supposed to switch to show me that it's connected to my network. So let's wait and see. All right, so I know the IP of my ESP32, I had it written on there also, was 0.173. Now that I ping that, it's pinging. So fingers crossed, I did it right. We'll all become Bitcoin millionaires. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the JunkCoin website. And as you can see right now, it says my device is off. I did this purposely. I unplugged it for a while. I wanted this make sure this was off, just to make sure I didn't have any chance of accidentally wiping a Entropy or Irwin device or one of my Bitcoin solo miners. Even though I have it written on there, things happen, and sometimes we make mistakes. And I wanted to make sure this device eventually said device offline. So what's going to happen is usually it takes about an hour for this to refresh. Maybe I'll catch it in between there since it's 12:50. I don't know. But I'm going to keep checking it to eventually if it says device is online and in green. And once it does that, I know I'm free to go and just keep on chugging along with our junk. Eventually, you know, I'll put some more into this pool, but I'm going to tell you, I'll give y'all a hint. Again, y'all know I'm not sponsored by these guys or anything like that. I'm just running this as a project so I can be as truthful as y'all want. And it also matters. See, now it's changed a little bit because now it matters how many NFT boosters you have. If you don't have hardly any boosters and you can only match up to what's down here, like 20th, 15, 10 or below, or, you know, 10 below going down, it's not really even worth it. You can end up burning because whatever you put into this, you know, right now I have 9 million tokens plus, you know, whatever's been claimed, whatever. No, it's 9 million tokens. I'm sorry. If I would put this in right now, you know, around here, I'm burning whatever I'm putting in here. Make sure y'all realize that. What you're going to start getting is you're going to start getting your rewards every day for burning. I mean, for putting into the pool. And you hope by the end of the week, you got more rewards than what you put in. The best time to do this is on Sunday. You want to do this on a Sunday, because if you put all this in there on a Thursday, you only have 2 or 3 days to get your stuff back, because the pool resets every Sunday. So again, if you're not going to put in enough to be the top 2 or 3, and that's why, you don't see me doing it, because my 9 million is just I'm not gonna make anything. Even with these boosts, I still would make 13 million, which would put me somewhere around here. And I'm not taking that chance. I'll wait another week or 2 or 3, and I'll accumulate more tokens. And then I'm gonna do a big boost, put all of it in here, all of it in the pool, in addition to my NFT boosters, and see what that gets me. And I'll report back to everybody, what happened. So I know this video is kind of all over the place. I'm trying to edit the best I can to make it somewhat worthwhile. But I would suggest, if you're already in the project and you want to support the project, it doesn't hurt, other than a little bit of time. It doesn't hurt really to go and not do it. You might as well do it to take the chance that you can help the project possibly mine a Bitcoin block, and those rewards can then buy more JunkCoin, and that JunkCoin price would then go up and help us all out. So for those who got anything out of it, I appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. See you all next video.